Hey ladies and gents, today we're going to be looking at the crystals lab. So what I have set up right here are all the pieces that we're going to need to build the 4 different templates that you need to actually be able to complete the mathematics that go behind the crystals lab so we can talk about it in class. So, very first one, figure 1, what we're going to be using is we're going to be using this simple cubic cell. We're going to be creating a simple cubic cell by using this half crescent moon. So I'm going to place the half crescent moon down right there, and I'm going to use template A and place a crescent moon over the crescent moon. The next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to put 4 steel rods in, 1 at each corner of that template. Okay? Then we're going to create a 2-layered unit cell. So to do that, or a full unit cell by making 2 layers. So I'm going to put 2 of these clear marbles on the rods. One more right there. Okay, so now we have a 2-layered unit cell. What you're seeing from above is just the 4 clear spheres. But now I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to give you a pan around of what that looks like. Okay. So now you have everything you need for figure 1. You can run the calculations. All right, for figure 2, what we're going to do is take all of these away. And in figure 2, what we need is we need template F. So we're going to use this full circle instead. Place this template over top. And now we're going to put a steel rod on each of the 5 holes in the shaded area. Okay. First layer is 4 spheres. On the corners. Okay. Next layer is 1 sphere in the middle. And then we've got 4 on the corners again. So now this is my unit cell. So what we need to kind of focus on is that when we're actually making a unit cell, we're putting a spear through all of the points at the top, but we're also doing the exact same thing from the side. So I'm spearing right there, right there, right there, and right there. So I'm going to give you that move around look, because what you need to determine is what fraction of that sphere is actually being used inside of each unit cell. Okay? So this is picture 2, this is figure 2. This is what you're going to use for the body-centered cubic unit. The next one that we're going to make is figure 3, and that is a face-centered cubic. So in order to do that, we're going to use template C. All right. So there we go. I now have template C set up. And I am going to put a steel rod in all 9 of the holes inside of template C. on that shaded area. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 3 different layers again. Only this time, on the bottom one, I am going to have middle pole and the 4 corners. So corner, corner, middle, corner, corner. All right? For the next layer, I'm going to hit that diamond of poles that I haven't done yet. So that one, there, and there. And then for the third layer, I'm going to add 5 more spheres onto the same as the first layer. So the middle, and then the 4 corners. Okay, so there is my face-centered cubic. Let's give a close-up look. Okay, so we're going to pan around now. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so now you have seen all the way around it. You've seen the top view. You've seen me make it. This is figure 3. Okay, we have one more figure to make. It is not for part 1. It is for Crystal's Lab Packet 2. There's only one shape we need to make for that one. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, we use the same template C. Okay, so now what changes about this one as opposed to the other one? Well, we're going to start with 5 clear spheres again, and we're going to make that X on that first layer. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now for the next layer, though, we're going to take, this is still the same layer, sorry. We're going to take the blue beads and we're going to fill in the rest of those holes. Okay. So this is my first layer. Second layer, I'm going to put blue beads where all the clear ones are, and clear beads where all the blue ones are. So middle and 4 corners. Okay. And then 4 spheres, which I will now put on that diamond. Okay. And now we got to finish up the unit cell, however. So I got to do one more layer, and that requires 4 blue beads, 1 on each of the clear spheres from layer 2. And then 5 spheres, 5 big clear spheres that I'm going to put on the 4 corners and the middle. Okay. So this is now my sodium chloride crystal that you can use for part 2. the entire part 2, that's mostly calculations, but this is the model that you need to be able to say how many of the Na and how many of the Cl are inside of there. The Na are the big clear plastic ones, the Cl are the small blue ones. And let me give you a pan around. Okay. So here we go. I'm just going to spin around so that you can get a nice, good close-up look of that. All right. So you now have every single figure shape that you need. All you need to do is a little bit of math on those 2 packets. Okay? So I'll see you in class.